I'm spending the weekend in one of my favorite places, Big Sur, and I'm going to take you along to some of my favorite spots here. Beach Trail is less than half a mile out and back. It's a great trail for wildlife sighting, and once you step off of the rocks, you're at one of the best sand beaches in all of Big Sur. This beach offers the largest unbroken patch of sand in all of Big Sur, thanks to its protected nature. The high bluffs behind it provide great shelter. There's a stunning overlook here that makes a perfect spot to watch whales and dolphins as they make their way up and down the coast. The hike down to Jade Cove is narrow and pretty dense, and you want to make sure to stay on the path because there's plenty of poison oak all around. This adventure is not for your gentle hiker. You have to be prepared for all of the elements. It is a tricky and slightly treacherous terrain. Jade Cove is located conveniently about halfway in between Carmel and Cambria. There are some very strict rules and guidelines in place about hunting for jade here, so you have to go out at very low tide, but you always want to be careful. The waves here are unpredictable, and a rogue wave could take you out. There are multiple trails in the Pacific Valley area that lead to beautiful bluff-top overlooks. Now, one of my personal favorites happens to be directly across the street from the stunning hill of ice plants and poppies. To find the trailheads here, you'll want to look for the pull-offs on the ocean side of Highway 1. Now, just be aware, these are day-use trails only, no camping here. If you plan your visit here in spring, you might just be treated to some of California's beautiful wildflowers and poppies, along with the local cattle. No fees or permits are required to hike the Pacific Valley Bluff Trail, but please make sure to follow the leave no trace principles here. Many hands make for light work, And when we all do our part to leave this place more beautiful than we found it, it can be enjoyed for generations to come. This is a wonderful out and back trail with under 50 feet in elevation change in less than a mile and a half. And you can even see Sand Dollar Beach and Plasket Rock Point to the south. Garrapata State Beach is a wildly popular place to hike, and there's a shallow lagoon located near the beach. From steep mountains and deep redwood canyons to spectacular rocky shorelines, there's over 3,000 acres to explore here. In low tide, you can see the sea caves peek out from the shore. Parking and trails can be reached here by the numbered turnouts along the ocean side of Highway 1. Gate 17 will take you to a scenic overlook with a bench, and gates 18 and 19 will take you to the beach. There's a small canyon here, lovingly referred to as Calla Lily Valley. In the spring, you'll definitely see why. Located just off Highway 1, this is a secluded trail that takes you to a canyon and beach scattered with native California wildflowers and the beautiful calla lily. The Calla Lily Valley is one of many hidden gems in Garrapata State Park. Depending on the rain in the season, these lilies can appear anywhere from late January through May. And my personal favorite time to see them is golden hour, when the sun is cast through the valley. If you visit the calla lilies, make sure to follow Dowd Creek all the way to the ocean. Welcome to Bixby Creek Bridge. Sitting 280 feet above the Pacific Ocean, this bridge opened in 1932. Construction of the bridge required 6,600 cubic yards of cement, or 45,000 full bags. Fascinatingly, the bridge was completed 5 years before the actual road, which would connect San Luis Obispo and Carmel. While McWay Falls is the most popular waterfall in Big Sur, and rightfully so, you can actually get up close to Salmon Creek Falls, which is pretty spectacular. The waterfall is magnificent, and you can even see fish in the clear waters. Two branches of water unite and crash down 120 feet into the pool below, and there's a beautiful garden of boulders surrounding the creek. Welcome to San Carpoforo Creek Beach. The beach is located less than 15 miles north of Hearst Castle, and a portion of this beach is also part of Los Padres National Forest. The Ragged Point Inn is located less than 3 miles to the north, but when you come to this beach, you can get up close and personal to the actual Ragged Point. This is located just 8 miles north of Piedras Blancas and the Elephant Seal Rookery, so make sure to check that out too if you're in the area. Along with the sandy beaches, you'll also find some magnificent rock formations here. This spectacular viewpoint is located at Ragged Point Inn, next to the beautiful sculpture named Portal to Big Sur. And on a clear day, the views here are unbeatable. You can enjoy the plaza or follow the Ragged Point Nature Trail around the bluff tops and past the Wedding Pagoda. For the more adventurous hiker, take Black Swift Falls Trail down to the beach. The trailhead is marked by a simple nature trail sign, but don't be deceived. This hike is anything but simple. While this is a spectacular little hike and a beautiful hidden beach, it's not safe to attempt this journey after a rain or when the ground is still wet because of the hazardous terrain and unstable dirt. There's only one area in the entire hike that's shaded, but make time to stop here and enjoy the views. If you're brave enough to complete the entire hike, you'll be rewarded with a secluded black sand beach set against the lush hillside, just be aware, most of the beach may be underwater during high tide. It's only once you hike down and reach Young Creek Beach that you can see Black Swift Falls, a seasonal waterfall found in Young Creek, which pours over 300 feet down, but in very dry seasons, it's been known to completely dry up. Once you cross the bridge in front of the waterfall, it's just a few steps down the rocks and you're to your own private beach. From camping to luxury accommodations, there are plenty of places to stay in Big Sur, but Treebones is always at the top of my list. Up until recently, there was only one autonomous tent here at Treebones, but we're staying at its twin, the new North Autonomous Tent. Let's check it out together. When you enter, you have a king-size bed and leather lounging chairs. My autonomous tent is a massive cocooned tent located at the edge of the resort, complete with a private deck, an outdoor fire pit, and an indoor fireplace. Treebones is known as a premier glamping resort. Nothing but luxury camping, a perfect blend of enjoying nature and the outdoors without giving up all the comfortable amenities you love. Only registered guests are allowed to roam the grounds here, but that's one of the things you'll appreciate when you stay at Treebones is the seclusion and the quiet. This resort offers campsites, yurts, and super unique experiences, including a human nest made of branches, a treehouse, and the autonomous tents, which of course I'm staying in. I've heard wonderful things about the restaurant here, so we're going to check it out together. Let's go. Even if you're not staying here at the resort, consider stopping for lunch or dinner. The menu here at the Wild Coast restaurant is amazing. This is truly a place to get away from your daily hustle and bustle. Plan on being completely off-grid here. Well, there is minimal Wi-Fi at the lodge lobby and restaurant. There's no cell service and no internet in the guest quarters, so you can really disconnect here. Limekiln State Park is a special and unique place in Big Sur because even on a warm, sunny day, you're shaded for most of your hike. There are 3 great hikes from the Limekiln trailhead, and each trail is under half a mile and easily accessible. 1887 to 1890, Rockland Lime and Lumber harvested limestone here, which was a key ingredient for the cement used for the construction of Monterey and San Francisco. Canyon will take you to some of the oldest and largest redwood trees in all of Big Sur. The park was established in 1994 and it covers over 700 acres. It contains a small campground featuring either redwood or ocean view sites. McWay Falls is an 80-foot tall waterfall, and during high tide, McWay Falls is actually a tide fall. You can enjoy the view from the beautiful cliff top, but climbing down to the beach below is not only extremely dangerous, it's also extremely illegal. And I have seen law enforcement escorting adventurers away more than one time, so don't try it. Even though you can't make your way down to the beach, there is a trail just over a mile that's easy, flat, and wide, so you can get a little bit closer to the falls. Years ago, the waterfall poured directly into the ocean, but after fires and floods in the 1980s, this is what we see now. Thanks for joining me this weekend in Big Sur. For the full list with all my favorite spots, make sure to check out my blog at flyingdawnmarie.com. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.